We are. So let's kind of keep in mind what we have coming up this week. Today, our notes and homework are going to come from these 2 pages. So I am going to do 4 problems with you. 4 problems with you. The rest is going to be your homework. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to do a review activity in class. Okay, where you're going to get lots of practice from everything we've learned, from 1-step equations, 2-step equations, all the way through some of this stuff today. Now, I will warn you right now, I will not be in the building on Wednesday. Okay, I have a big math. Oh, that's really sad that I'm going to miss that. Okay, I have a math meeting that I'm going to go to. I'm not going to be here. So there's going to be a sub, and I'm going to leave you a review worksheet that you're going to work on together. If you want by yourself, with a partner, if you have a question about the material on Wednesday and I'm not here to answer it, who should you ask for help? I would lean on one of your peers. I'm not sure what the sub's gonna know or not know about math, okay? Maybe she will be able to answer your question, but I would definitely ask a peer that understands it. And I'm asking those of you who understand the material really well, please be willing to assist a classmate, okay? You're gonna learn it better, probably, if you explain it to a classmate anyway, okay? So if you understand a problem and one of your classmates does not, please be willing to help them out, okay? And then our CSA is Thursday. We're gonna start it Thursday. If we need to finish it Friday, we will, okay? But our CSA is Thursday, and this is our first CSA in here, okay? It is. We've taken a lot of quizzes, but this is our first CSA, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and look at number 1. It says the area of the rectangle is 63 square feet. What is the measure of M in feet, okay? So we have a rectangle, area of a rectangle. Raise your hand if you can tell me how we calculate the area of a rectangle. Jada? Okay. So we can either say base times height or length times width. Okay. So the area equals base, what did you say? Base times height? Base times height. Okay. And we're saying right now that the area is 63. Okay. What we need to do is we need to set up an equation to solve for M. Okay. So if area is base times height, and I'm going to write A equals base times height. Okay. The base. How long is the base of this rectangle? Jada? Okay, Jada is saying 4 plus M. Do you agree that we should add 4 and M together? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Times, now if I'm going to multiply 4 plus M to a height, what should I do with it? 4 plus M needs to be multiplied to something. We're going to need to put 4M in parentheses because all of it is going to be multiplied to what is the height of our rectangle. Our height is 7. Okay. So this was our height. 4 plus M is our base. Okay. Ooh, and we know that what the area is, don't we? Our area, I'm going to go ahead and erase that A, and I'm going to put 63. Cool. Now, I don't really love that I have my parentheses and then my 7 is coming after it. So I'm gonna come up here to my equation. Is it okay? Is it legal for me to write 63 equals 7 times parentheses 4 plus m? Is that okay? Okay, when we multiply, is 3 times 4 the same as 4 times 3? It is. So if I have 4 plus m times 7, it's the same as 7 times 4 plus m. I just rearranged it so it looks more like what we did last week, right? Are you okay with that? Okay, now that we have our equation set up, we can solve. So I'm going to draw my fence. Okay, Brady, what's the first thing we need to do in this problem? Just 7 times 4? Okay, what do we call that? Do you remember? We call that distribute. Okay, distribution to distribute. Okay, means the same thing. All right, so then we have 63 equals, what is 7 times 4? 28 plus 7 times m. 7m. Okay. Do I have any like terms that I can combine on the separate sides of our fence? No, thank you, Ariana. We don't. Okay. So we need to focus on our inverse operations to get m by itself. Okay. So Trent, what's the first thing that we need to move over to get m by itself? We need to move the 28 or the 7? How is, which one's furthest away, 7 or 28? From the m. Okay, so since 28 is being added, how do we undo addition? Subtract it. So we're going to subtract 28 from both sides. Okay. So we have, so those cancel out and we still have our positive 7m. 35? 63 minus 28, Ryan says is 35. Can anybody confirm that for me? True? Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. So now, since we have 7 times m, we need to undo that multiplication by dividing by 7. Jada, what's 35 divided by 7? Okay, so we get m equals 5. Now here's the deal. M represents a measure in feet. So when I answer that m equals 5, we need to write m equals 5 feet. That label is super important. I will be looking for that on Thursday's test. It is a possibility, whoever asked that. If you don't label, you could lose points. All right, so when you do your homework, I want you to model number 2, just like we modeled number 1. But right now we're gonna skip number 2 and we're gonna look at number 3 together. Okay, we're gonna look at number 3 right now. Okay. I want you to go ahead and read through number 3 and underline any important information you think you need to. You all organized now?
Why did I get pencils? Because my mechanical pencils are out of lead.
Hey, that is your planner right there. I want you to grab that and then have a seat. We turn to the last page in our notebook. Okay, so I'm gonna make us some reminders right above the words that I think are important. So product, ooh, what does that mean? Okay, product means multiply. So the product of a number X and 15. So how would I write that? So 15. Okay, so I'm gonna write 15 times X. Is that dot in between really necessary? No, we can write it just as 15X, and that means the product, okay? Then we have, okay, so I've used X and 15, is equal to. So that means like an equal sign, right? Okay. Two more than the product of a number X and 4. Okay, so two more. I'm gonna switch colors here. What is two more gonna mean? Two more is gonna mean plus 2. Product again means multiply, and we're multiplying X and 4. Okay. And I'm gonna go do that over here. Okay, so two more than the product of a number X and 4. So I'm gonna write 4 times X plus 2. Two more than 4 times X. Now, Brady, if you wrote it as 2 plus 4X, would that mean the same thing? It would. So if you wrote 15X equals 2 plus 4X, that would mean the same thing. So I'm okay either way. Right? Do you have a question about that? What? Yeah, you don't need to solve it. It just says write the equation. Isn't that nice? You don't have to solve it. Okay.
So for learning this, that we're doing a test.
There are going to be questions where I just ask you to do this. Most of the questions I asked you to do on the CSA, like probably like all but one of them, you're gonna have to solve. Okay. So how about for fun, you try number 4 on your own, and then we'll check it together. Just try number 4. It's one less you have to do for your homework. Try number 4. Nope. Are you done with this? Okay, let me take some. Okay. 1 less than 3 times a number X. Okay. Corin, how are we gonna write that? 1 less than 3 times a number X. Okay, do you agree with Corin? 3X minus 1. Okay, so remember, they wrote this a little bit backwards. 1 less than 3 times a number X. So 3 and X are getting multiplied. One less than that would be we're subtracting one from it. Okay, then we have we're equal to 12 more than -8 times a number x. Bennett, what is that sign?
Well, I wanted 12 plus -8x.
Okay, 12 plus -8x. Or you could have written -8x plus 12. Both of those mean the same thing. So raise your hand if you wrote yours like Bennett. Raise your hand if you wrote it like this. Okay, so like 5 hands, so. One minus 3x does not mean the same thing. And that's why I wanted to go over that. One less than, that's one of the ones we have to write backwards. Okay. Okay. Here is a flashback. It's not Thursday, but we're gonna throw it back to a couple weeks ago. This is a one-step equation. How did we solve these one-step equations? So I have 4/5 times x, okay? Now, technically 4/5 is being multiplied to x. So technically we should divide both sides by 4/5. I dislike dividing by fractions, so what can we do? Yes, we can multiply by the reciprocal. Jada is asking, is 5/4 the reciprocal? Or that was Corin asking? Sorry. Sound the same. Okay, so we're gonna multiply both sides by 5/4. Okay. So here we cancel out to be just x. Over here, what's 2 times 5? And what's 3 times 4? All right. Okay, Arethlin, is that fraction what I would want to see for your answer? No, it is not simplified. How did you get there? Okay, so I'm not sure that 6/5 would be it. Okay, he had the right numbers, right? We'll give him credit for that. You okay over there? Okay. Who can tell me what 3 angles of a triangle add up to be? Do you know it? You could not tell me. Let me teach you something. The total degrees of a triangle add up to be, good job, 180. You didn't know it, otherwise you would have told me.
She literally told me. She's not lying. You said my
Yeah, because I remember those like.
the worksheet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know the value of x and I want to know what each angle is. Okay, so here, do you see how this picture, I have 3 angles? One's x plus 10, and one's x plus 5. Well, I want to know what x is and I want to know what each of the angles are. Okay, well, what do we know? We know that these 3 angles add up to be 180. Okay, so let's take each of these angles. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. And they're going to add up to be 180. Okay, so we can solve it. What does our first step need to be? we need to combine like terms. We have 3 variable terms and we have 2 constant terms. So some of you are already kind of seeing like, oh, this isn't that bad. Ryan, what is x plus x plus x? Yeah.
Good job, Ryan.
Hey, Ariana, what is 10 plus 5? Oh. So now I have 3x plus 15 equals 180. Cool. Do I have variables on both sides? Nope. That saves me a step. We can go straight to undoing our operations. Okay. So if I want to get x by itself, Cordell, what do we move first? The 3 or the 15? Cordell.
15.
And how do we move it? Well, how is it being tied to x? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Look at the 15. What is in between the 3x and the 15? So how do we undo addition? Okay, good. See? Ryan, you're my human calculator over there.
Go, Ryan. It's 55.
I'm asking what 180 minus 15 is.
165.
Okay. Now, I think Ryan wants us to undo the multiplication by dividing by 3. Okay. Okay, so this is what we need. X is 55. Okay. Now, angle 1. What's angle 1? Like in the beginning, angle 1 is x. Well, if x equals 55, we can say 55 degrees. These are all degree measures. Okay. Angle 2. Angle 2, they gave us x plus 10. Okay, so if x is 55, we have 55 plus 10 degrees. Okay. And then angle 3 was x plus 5. And we found x to be 55. So angle 3, yes, is 60 degrees. Okay. Now, before I release you to work on these, I have one more question for you. Perimeter. What does perimeter mean? Raise your hand. Trent.
You gotta add all the outsides.
Okay, so side plus side plus side plus side. If there's 4 sides, you add all of the sides together. Okay, so your homework is to finish all of these. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems on this page and 2 problems. So you have 8 problems. Number 2. And number 8, 9, 10. Yep. Yep.
One, two, 3, 4, 5.
It's double what we did together in class. That's about what we do. Right?